spent a little time the last 45 minutes with high school students touring Baxter High School. I'm enamored with the Lions, and was pleased to see the students. They actually had nice things to say about law enforcement in Baxter Springs and Cherokee County. And you used to be the school officer.
Yes, sir.
So they remember you kindly and fondly. And I said, well, be careful, he's going to have tasers in a minute. But I'm away from Washington, D.C. Because of this Easter holiday. And I was decided that the best way to spend my time is in communities that I don't drive through on my way to an airport. And so today has been Pittsburgh, now Baxter Springs, and I'm headed to Coffeyville. But today we're here to announce a development that we were successful in accomplishing on behalf of the city of Baxter Springs, but particularly its police department. I guess I would first say one of the greatest things that we could do in Congress is to solve the problems at the border, in which people cross our borders illegally, and with that comes crime and drugs and human trafficking. So number one priority for caring for law enforcement in my mind is solving the challenges we face at our borders, also beneficial to the citizens of this country. A few years ago, there was a hue and cry across the country for defunding the police. And in the Republican days, majority days in the United States Senate, I chair a subcommittee that appropriates money for the Department of Justice. And the Department of Justice gives grants, provides grants to lots of law enforcement agencies across the country. We decided rather than defunding the police, we've got to do everything we can to give the law enforcement across the country the tools they need to do their jobs. And so we've been successful previously in Cherokee County with dollars that came from money that was marked for Cherokee County, and today following up with the city of Baxter Springs with money marked for the well-being of this community through its police department. So I'm pleased to announce that we have appropriated, and it's like having a grant that you have to fill out some paperwork for, but the grant has been approved for $166,000 for purposes of providing cameras to law enforcement officers in their vehicles and on their person, and to provide this department with the capability of purchasing tasers, high-tech and less lethal way of apprehending fugitive. So I am grateful to the police chief for his efforts, his making the case why this was important to Baxter Springs, and we were delighted, we're glad to do everything we can to support law enforcement. One of the things that's a challenge is the money often goes to cities, and so we're particularly interested in trying to make sure that rural Kansas, our smaller communities, our less populated counties, have some of the access that some of our largest cities have to these kind of dollars. So we're putting our thumb on the scale in Washington, D.C., where these decisions are made, and say, let's help the rural communities have some of the greatest challenges and the least amount of resources to meet those challenges. So, Chief, I'd ask for you to tell the folks of this community in southeast Kansas how you're going to use the money. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
We greatly appreciate it. This money will be used to purchase body cameras and car cameras for our units. Currently, we do not have cameras in our cars, and so this will be a benefit not only to the officers that are working, but also for us to collect evidence, but also in the spirit of transparency. In this modern day and age, we want to be transparent in what we're doing and how we're working. And by having these cameras in our cars, we can share and show this transparency. And so this is an important aspect for us to be able to show that we are human, that sometimes if we mess up and we don't do something right, we can go back, we can learn from it, and we can correct what we're doing. But also to have this for evidence purposes to send better cases to our prosecutors to help reduce crime, because if we work together to reduce the crime in our city and our community through traffic stops, we see other crimes affected, such as burglaries, thefts, and other crimes that may occur, and we can reduce those crimes. So it's by being proactive as an agency. And one of the things that we get from this grant that we're receiving is that the fact that now the officers can work better, they can feel safer, and we can provide that evidence. On the tasers, it allows us a less lethal option. The tasers we currently carry that officers have were donated from other agencies, the technology is not supported no longer by Axon, the company that makes them. They still function, but we're not able to get support for them or even buy batteries for the tasers as they wear out. And so this technology that we're receiving now is going to be the latest technology of Taser 10, and it will allow the officers to have something on their belt, a tool that will help us to be able to reduce, as we said, less lethal, that should they encounter somebody that's fighting or somebody that is aggressive towards them, to give us another option to not have to go lethal with that person, and also makes it safer for the officer and the suspect that we don't have to possibly get somebody injured or send them to the hospital. So this is a great benefit, great tools, and we are so excited and grateful as an agency, as a city, and a community to be able to receive this grant and the work that was put into us to be able to receive it. Thank you so much, Senator.
Very welcome. Thank you, Chief.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I don't know that I solved the problem of the
That
microphones
helped.
or not,
Thank you.
but
I
if
appreciate
did,
it.
It's like the first time I've done anything that's actually beneficial. I was slow getting there.
KOAM News Now. I'm Shannon Becker. We're going to change this around.
For your state senator, Tim Schellenberg?
We're in Baxter Springs, and that's Senator Jerry Moran. He's a senator in the United States Senate from Kansas, talking about new equipment that they'll have for the Baxter Springs Police Department. They'll have cameras, body cameras, and then also car cameras are provided. Also, new tasers. Chief Henderson, you heard him there say just moments ago that their tasers are something that was donated, antiquated technology. So this is a really integral part of them being transparent, the chief said. Now tonight, KOAM News Now, you'll be able to see Fernanda Silva. She will have a report for you. I don't know which of our newscasts are going to be preempted or delayed because of March Madness, but you can always check it out on our website and see what she'll have there for you. All right. It's interesting. The senator said he's taking some time off through the Easter holiday to visit places where he said he doesn't normally drive through on the way to a major airport. So today in Pittsburgh, Baxter Springs, and now he'll be off to Coffeyville. We're on Route 66. And behind us, how appropriately, the Route 66 historical stop here in downtown Baxter Springs. I'm Shannon Becker, KOAM News Now, Joplin News First.